aggression. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, the United States has paused military aid to Ukraine as President Trump seeks to pressure President Zelensky into committing to peace talks. China and Canada have announced retaliatory measures against new US trade tariffs that have come into effect. Mexico is expected to follow suit. And more than half of all adults around the world and a third of children are predicted to be either overweight or obese by 2050. That's the latest feature story news. John Beaver reporting.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 FM, Northern Lights Public Radio.
KCHW headlines. I'm Chuck Ritchie. Spokane County's got a double whammy of flu and whooping cough going around. They've had over 500 people in the hospital and 23 deaths from the flu, which is more than any flu season in 5 years. And they've also got 101 cases of whooping cough, the most in the state. Health officials are telling everyone to get their shots for both illnesses. Democratic state senators want to move Washington's entire rainy day fund into the general fund. They're hoping to fix a budget shortfall of billions of dollars, but the state treasurer warns it could leave Washington in a bad spot if anything unexpected happens in the future. And state senators have passed a bill to require the clergy to report child abuse and neglect. The bill would make them mandatory reporters, just like doctors, teachers, and other people who work with kids. Under the law, religious leaders would be required to tell law enforcement if they suspect any harm has been done to a child, even if they learn that information during a confession. In our last story, the debate over a road usage charge is back. Two bills would set a 2.6 per mile charge for drivers to be collected at registration renewal. You can check out our KCHW Radio Facebook page for more details on these stories. And for KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7. Getting started on a Tuesday. It's Scott and my beautiful sister Val. Good morning, Val, live from Deer Park.
Good morning.
You hesitated. What's wrong?
Nothing. I was just looking at our messages on Facebook. Ken is sick, so he said, "Good morning, KCHW. Cough, 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 sneeze, sneeze."
Oh, that's no good, huh? Oh.
Yeah, him and his wife just tested positive for COVID yesterday, so they haven't been feeling the best.
Oh, that stuff's still going around, huh?
It is. I guess it's the, springtime surge again, along with the flu, which I was just saying a minute ago that it's like the worst flu season in 5 years. So flu and whooping cough and everything.
I've noticed here in Maine, I've seen a lot more people with masks on over the past couple weeks. So I've been I figured there's some uptick in the flu regionally here as well. So.
Yeah, Travis's wife and her daughter, one of her daughters, got really sick and went in and were tested. They had influenza A, and they were horribly sick, and they just got better. And then Addie, they got it again.
No.
So she had a relapse. So they've been sick around there. And it's funny because Travis and their older daughter, Jovi, have skated by without getting very sick. They had the sniffles, but yeah, so crazy.
Yuck. It's great I don't go anywhere.
Works in that regard for sure.
It definitely helps out a little bit. Let's take a look at that forecast as we get going this morning. Get a considerable cloudiness moving into the area. It looks a little hazy out at the airport right now. Expect 45 for your high today with occasional rain this afternoon. Down to 31 tonight with rain showers in the evening. Mostly cloudy conditions overnight. Tomorrow you'll have morning clouds and then afternoon sun with a daytime high of 47. Overnight low of 29. We'll really make this feel like spring. Thursday, 52 and sunny. Friday, 53 and partly cloudy. Saturday, 54 and mostly cloudy. Sunday right now, cloudy and 56. Those clouds for the rest of the week after Thursday gonna really hold in the heat. Then looking ahead, I think Monday, 53 degrees and cloudy skies. So you've got some nice weather up until about Friday. Then it's going to cloud up, but it's going to be rather warm. And weather and our ski report is made possible by a donation from 49 Degrees now North Mountain Resort. We'll take a look at those ski conditions. No new snow in the past 12 hours, but they do have a total depth at the base of 61 inches. Up at the summit, up to 156 inches. Right now, 27 degrees at the base, 25 at the summit, and you've got groomed and soft spring snow. There you go. Weather and your snow report made possible by a donation from 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. I saw some pictures.
You know what I'm a little afraid of, though, is, this unseasonably warm temperatures right now. All the trees are going to bud out, and then we're going to get a cold snap. And
don't think like that.
We won't have any fruit again this summer.
Don't think like that. It might be okay.
I hope so, but this warmer weather at the beginning of March, I don't know.
It's kind of dangerous. It is, especially for the plants. All right, let's take a look at what the kids are eating for breakfast today. It's breakfast on a stick, a syrup cup, and your choice of fruit or juice. And then for lunchtime, it's soft taco, refried beans, and again, fruit and veggies. There you go. Look at the community calendar. Not a lot on it as we start off this first week of March. Can't believe it's already Val's birthday month.
I know it.
I know, and she holds out till the 31st. That's her birthday. So she's holding out the whole month, and we'll be reminding you every Tuesday to buy her something.
That's right. You know what? It'd stink if you're going to have a birthday month and then your birthday was like the 3rd of March because you'd only get 3 days. But when it's the 31st, you get truly a whole month.
Wow, poor Brad. All right, today for the kids, it's Twila Library Storytime from 10:30 to 11:30. And then for the adults this afternoon, between 2 and 4 at the Twila Center for the Arts, it's a chance for you to sit and knit with your friends. First Wednesdays with Ted at the Twila Public Library tomorrow between 10 and 3. That's your chance to find out about services available if you're thinking about opening a new business. Also, tech help at the library between 3 and 4. On Wednesday as well. So if you have problems with a laptop, your phone, something like that, that's easy to bring in, probably not a desktop. They will help you out with some tech help between 3 and 4. Probably not a desktop. What do you think, Val?
Well, unless you bring the monitor and all the cords. And
Don't say that. Look like you're moving into the library. I'm here. Could I get some help, please? All right, for Thursday, food banks open 10 to 2. First Thursday art walk between 5 and 8 p.m. Now, this is like a monthly event, all right? Every 2 months, you get a new artist. Now, this Thursday, March 6th, 5 to 8, downtown Chihuahua, Winterfest show is continuing at the Trails End Gallery. 43 artists and 89 works of art. All right, and then don't forget restaurants around town showing off art as you walk and enjoy it on the streets of Chihuahua. And that's coming up on Thursday night. Bear with me as we'll back up. It looks like we have a Chamber of Commerce meeting Friday morning, 7 to 8 at the casino. And the weekend, empty right now, which is very, very strange for Chihuahua.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
how does that even happen? All right.
That's what I want to know.
So you've been enjoying the weather. I started to talk about that. Seeing some pictures of you on the deck. It must be really nice to be able to sit out this time of year and have it feel like spring, at least, right?
Yeah, it's been really nice. Yeah, yesterday we went out, I don't know, probably around 3:30 or so. And just as we sat down, it got a little breezy and the sun was going behind clouds. And so we didn't last long yesterday. But yeah, it's just been really nice. Go sit around the fire and, have a cocktail. And yeah.
Oh, I got one more event I want to do a shout out for. This is coming up March 8th between 1 and 4. This is put on by the Huckleberry Range Community Collective, and it's their third annual seed swap. We talked about this last week, me and Chuck did. Community event to promote gardening and seed saving. Bringing seeds to trade, is encouraged but not required. HRCC Seed Library will be available with free seeds for anyone. This happens at Quartzsite Brewery, again, March 8th, 1 to 4. All right, HRCC is a member-supported organization that maintains a seed and equipment library, offers low-cost fruit plants for sale, and hosts various events and classes. More information is available on their Facebook page, Huckleberry Range Community Collective. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Love it.
Good morning, Joe. He joined us this morning.
Wow. Is it nighttime in Belize?
I don't know. I don't know. He'll have to give us a time report.
So last week, as I looked out my living room window at the pile of snow that's as tall as the window, I opened up my phone to Facebook, and the first thing that popped up was Joe in a hammock and his feet. Thanks, Joe. Must be nice.
He had posted a selfie I saw it this morning, and he's got the full-on beard and everything.
Oh, wow. I didn't think they had bears in Belize.
Just bare feet.
Just bare feet. All right. Few news headlines, Val. A month after he first announcement, President Trump's tariffs on Canadian, Mexican, and Chinese imports went into effect last night, threatening nearly $2.2 trillion in U.S. trade. Trillion. Goods from Canada to Mexico will face 25% tariffs, as Trump promised, while he raised tariffs on Chinese goods from 10% to 20%. He said all three countries had failed to stem the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. China responded by imposing up to 15% tariffs on U.S. farm products. Canada said it would impose up to 25% tariffs on U.S. goods, and Mexico is expected to respond today. Three countries accounted for over 40% of U.S. imports last year. This is going to kill us.
Well, and they said that you can expect to see produce prices raise within the next 2 days pretty significantly. So,
as far as I'm concerned, this picture's over right now.
Economists warn that the tariffs could raise consumer prices on everyday retail purchases and the cost the average American household up to $1,200 annually. Wow, that's going to be bad. You know, I need to make a significant purchase. And I need it for spring, and I don't want to do it now because that 30-day window for returns, if there's an issue with it, and if I buy it now and then take it out of the box, but I know everything comes from China, so I guess it's going to cost me $100, $125 more by waiting. But I kind of hate to do that. But if I get it now and open I have no way to test it. And then when I get ready to install it in the spring, it's a toilet. If there's something wrong with it, it'll be, good luck returning it because it's one of those special upflow toilets. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, should I buy it now?
I was thinking, what kind of toilet costs that much money? But
yeah, it's a special toilet for our little campground. So nice. Yeah, should you buy it now? And risk there being an issue with it and not being able to return it or wait 30 days and pay? Because I'm sure it's coming from China one way or another.
Oh, no doubt.
All right. Yeah, so...
Unless it's already in a warehouse somewhere here in the U.S.
Yeah, but if I wait too long, it might not be. And the new ones that come in would be higher priced because of the tariffs. So, yeah. Let's keep going. Winter storm takes aim. A warning of dangerous commutes as a storm is expected to bring snow and strong winds from the Great Plains to the Midwest through tomorrow. Also elevating wildfire risks and tossing in some tornadoes for excitement. Woohoo! And thunderstorms. Big thunderstorms on the East Coast because the lower East Coast because of the warmer temperatures. So that doesn't help their fire problems in South Carolina. It seems weird to talk about fires in South Carolina in March. Here we go. Next one. The White House said yesterday it was pausing all military aid to Ukraine to ensure it's going toward a solution in the war. In response, Russia praised the decision. Of course they did. And while the EU moved to shore up defense spending. Wow.
So I saw something, just a little, blurb on Facebook this morning, and it said the equivalent, us pausing funds right now for Ukraine is the equivalent of the United States changing sides in World War II mid-war.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Vatican said today that Pope Francis had stabilized enough after suffering 2 respiratory crises yesterday to be taken off non-invasive mechanical ventilation, although he's still receiving supplemental oxygen. Dolly Parton announced that her husband, Carl Dean, passed away yesterday after nearly 6 decades of marriage. Although he often remained out of the spotlight, he notably inspired her iconic 1973 ballad, Jolene. All right. Well, let's jump into sports. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Wendy said good morning this morning. She's up at 49 eating breakfast.
Yay. Well, thank you, Wendy.
Is it a good breakfast, Wendy? What are you having?
Make us hungry.
More details.
Toronto Tempo and the WNBA's newest team announced that tennis goat Serena Williams had bought in as a minority owner. Williams said she was thrilled to showcase the true value and potential of female athletes. Wow. Let's see also on the in sports on the court, the Lakers, whose LeBron James is 1 point away from an NBA record 50,000 career points. They face the Pelicans tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on NBA League Pass. It should be easy for them because, well, they're named the Pelicans. Was that wrong? All right. I don't know if you watched the first one, but Marvel's making a comeback with Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio returning to Hell's Kitchen in the television show Daredevil Born Again, bringing the show back with the same characters. First 2 episodes premiere 9 p.m. tonight on Disney Plus. And no, they didn't pay me to say that. I just dig the show. Thank you.
Who doesn't love a Marvel? Well, between you and I, anyway.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people are suffering burnout, on that stuff pretty bad. I kind of am. It's like we need a break from the superheroes for a little bit. And maybe with the depressing state of world affairs, superheroes are just kind of like,
well,
we got too much reality.
We need a superhero to save us, maybe. But, if we learned anything from the movies, with the superhero comes the supervillain.
Oh, that's true. Well, we got it. Just a side note, we were talking about tariffs a little bit. This one popped up on headlines. Just if you're going to buy a new car this year, expect to add $12,000 to the price tag. $12,000. On average, $12,000 more for a car this year. Man, we should have bought one at the end of 2024.
I kept saying I wanted to make sure that I wanted to have our car last until I start drawing Social Security next year. And so I thought, the amount I'm drawing, it's hopefully more than a car payment. But, I was like, okay, we'll buy a new car then when we've got this extra cash that we're not used to having. But I'm thinking with all the cuts to the IRS, it may take me months and months after I file before I start getting a Social Security check. If I even get one.
If it's still there, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a scary thought. Wait and see.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Wendy commented again. She said she was having eggs and bacon and pancakes, and she too is a big Marvel fan.
Ooh, all right. In science, Blue Ghost, I don't know if you've been watching that, Val. It's a new lander, and it aced its landing attempt yesterday on the moon, setting close down to Mons Latrille, a solar lunar peak in the vast basin Mare Crisium, which stands for, or means actually, Sea of Crises.
Oh, great. Even on the moon.
Yes, Sea of Crises. That is in the northeastern region of the moon's near side. Spacecraft already getting to work, starting up its science payloads, capturing amazing images of its surroundings and distant Earth. It caught sunrise this morning. Picture that online. Pretty cool if you like that spacey stuff.
Ooh, that would be fun.
All right. Senate Democrat, just doing a few more headlines. Senate Democrats block GOP-led bill to ban transgender athletes from women's sport. That failed today. Surprised. Today, when it's not a State of the Union, the president will address Congress, and the Democrats are bringing a whole bunch of fired federal workers. And many of them veterans.
Wow.
Watching a clip last night from one of the senators, and I can't remember which one it was, but he was doing a town hall that he did not promote, but people found out and showed up anyways. And a bunch of veterans showed up, and they were harassing him about all the veterans that have just lost their jobs with these federal job cuts, because a large percentage of them, you get more points when you're applying for a government job for being a veteran.
Right.
So a lot of them are veterans, and they were demanding answers. He actually got up and walked out. The crowd was a little unruly, but he called them the rudest crowd ever and got up and walked out.
Wow.
Instead of addressing the concerns of veterans. So don't think his reelection chances will be very good next time, since that's all on tape.
I am having a quandary about whether to watch the state of the joint session of, he's having a joint sessions of Congress. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. He's going to address the joint sessions of Congress.
Yes.
And I'm having this real quandary about whether to watch it to see what he has to say. But if I watch it, I know I'm going to be extremely angry.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know. I still haven't decided. I'm leaning towards not watching it. So, yeah.
Tough one.
It's a tough one, yeah.
Tough one.
And then we've got like Patty Murray here in the States says she's not going to attend, but instead she is going to meet with state, federal workers who have been impacted by all the cuts. So she was meeting with all of them. And so I just thought that was interesting as well.
Scientists doing a test on phones, and they say by dropping your phone for 3 days in a row and staying off your phone, massive positive reshaping of your brain activity.
Which I probably need right now.
What? What?
But then if you watch TV instead, it probably negates all the benefits.
This is true. Let's see. We're doing a time check this morning. We are looking at 7:45 KCHW. Just a couple more headlines to go. Let's see. I might just, I think this one might take too long and get into too much stuff. So I think we will just move on to bits and breaks and go ahead and skip my last news story. It wasn't very fun anyways, Val. Okay. We move on to bits and breaks this morning. A little bit of the funner stuff. Go ahead.
You were worried to get your sister all wound up?
Yeah, I'm worried what Val might say. All right. Okay. All right. So you were saying a big Marvel fan. Have you caught Captain America: Brave New World yet?
No, I have not.
I was going to go this weekend, but now all that stuff about new viruses, maybe not.
Might be better just to stay home, huh?
I'll wear my fat suit so I can take up 3 seats and nobody sits beside me. All right.
So we have watched a couple returning series in the last. Well, I think we caught up on some of them last night. So that's kind of we watched Reacher, which is out with their new season, and then we watched 1923 out with their new season. 1923 is it's very, very dark this year.
Ooh.
Even more so than last year. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Everybody dies?
No, it's the abuse that they are showing.
Wow. I don't know if I'd want to watch that. All right.
Yeah, it was quite a bit where you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can take one more of these. So, it's really interesting. But anyway, I will let you get back to our scheduled programming.
Okay, simmer down.
Ron says good morning this morning.
All right. Chances are Ron's on his back. Oh.
Yeah, he says KCHW, my favorite show.
All right. So for the rest of the show, since Ron's tuned in, Ron, we're just sending you some good wishes and healthy recovery. Ron had back surgery. So for the rest of the show, while Ron's listening, we will not be able to make any jokes because he can't laugh.
Oh.
Because that would hurt,
Well,
right?
Shouldn't be a problem. We're really not that funny
No.
anyway.
And to prove it, here comes Val with this morning's first joke.
All right. And this is a bad joke, so don't worry about laughing, Ron.
Yeah.
All right. Two old guys meet once a week for golf. One day they were playing around when one looked at the other and said, "Now, don't get mad at me. I know we've been friends for a long time, but I just can't think of your name. I've thought and I just can't remember it. Please tell me what your name is." His friend glared at him for a minute and then said, "How soon do you need to know?"
What?
What's my name again?
What's my name again? All right. I don't really have a morning joke. I have a challenge, and since we got a bunch of people living on Facebook, if you can one up me, post it. We'll say it on the radio, and we'll give your name, give you some credit. All right. So what I've compiled here, and I want to see if somebody can outdo me. I've compiled some bad ideas for tag. So these could be bad ways to do tag, okay, or bad places to do tag. My first was tag in the car. Just keep slapping Dad in the back of the head and saying, "You're it, you're it."
I'm just picturing right now, smacking Brad, "You're it," and then he smacks me, "You're it," and then you smack Brad again, "You're it."
How long can you keep that up for?
Yeah.
All right. Another place you probably wouldn't want to play tag, or might not go over very well, at least a nude beach. Is it okay if I touch you there? All right. Ron will relate to this one. He heard it right before he went under. Never play tag in the operating room. You're it.
Gives you really a lot of confidence in your, your medical crew as they're chasing each other around going tag.
Unless they tap you and you're out. Game over, man. Game over.
Literally out.
All right. More places where bad ideas for tag with a clown. Because after you tag them, now they're it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all fun and games till you tag the clown. This one, I don't know, kind of tacky. Bad idea for tag in a minefield.
Oh.
Was that bad? Sorry.
That was bad.
Sorry. I think that's all I got. So, yeah, one up me with a good place to play tag. All right. Any ideas coming to mind, Val? A bad place. Well, a good place or a bad place to play tag?
All right.
I was thinking maybe the old folks' home.
Oh, Ken has one for you already.
All right, Ken. Come on.
Tag in the men's room at a truck stop.
No!
You'll have to see if you want to read Wendy's or not, or if we should just let the Facebook people enjoy
it. There'll be that one guy in the men's room who says, "You got me." Let's see. All I see is the whole. I was scared because it said the whole. It was cut off. Wendy said the whole world needs to drop their phones. Oh, okay. I was scared.
Phones.
Phones. I don't know. So tag it.
I'm trying to think of the name of one of them in Spokane that we could use. What's the?
Go to Adam and Eve and play tag.
There you go.
But I won't run away. I'm just going to stand there.
Yeah.
I'm it, baby. I'm it.
You might even fall down to make it easier for him.
And I come with prizes.
Oh, boy.
Now we're off the air. Okay. Well, that just went places we never expected. Thank you so much. All right. Moving. Unless we see another one pop up, we will come back to it.
Okay.
And Wendy sent Ron a fast recovery. How sweet. Oh. All right. Look at that. People reaching out to each other online. Imagine that. Val, the first thing you did today has now become illegal. What was it?
Was it the last thing you did or the first thing? The first thing would be, which would be really sad because the very first thing I do every morning is make coffee.
Oh, we're both going to jail for coffee. Okay, we'll switch it then. The last thing you did before the show has now become illegal.
Putting on makeup.
Wait a minute, you put on makeup for the show?
I put on some mascara. Can you not tell? Is that what you're saying? You can't even tell?
What? I'm going to do that every time I should answer something today. What? Well, I'm an old guy. What? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Last thing you did before the show.
Yeah, what's the last thing you did before the show that is now illegal?
I'm trying to remember because I start so early. If it's something I could share on the air. Oh, I washed my hair. Now it's illegal. What am I going to do with all this hair?
What are you going to do?
That'd be nasty.
Buy stock and dry shampoo, I guess.
Ew. All right. Val's got a list here of everyday superpowers. So these would be probably superpowers that ain't so great. It's our next Marvel superhero.
They are actually pretty good. So some people, if you ask them what superpower they'd want, they might say flying or invisibility or X-ray vision. But here are just some, everyday superpowers most people never think of or that people on the internet said they'd like. One, they'd like the superpower of being able to go to sleep right away.
Ooh. Sleepy man. I think I have that ability because when I start talking, people get glazed over.
You just put them right to sleep?
Yeah. We have 3 people who just nodded off on Facebook right now.
For me, I can fall asleep fast, but I can't stay awake. So if I wanted a superpower in that regard, it would be being able to sleep through the night and not wake up till the morning. No hot flashes, no anything like that. Just sleep through the night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big wish.
All right. Another person said the ability to just walk up to someone and start a conversation.
Oh, is that tough?
What I would like to do, again, a little tweak on that. I'd like to be able to walk up to someone, recognize them, and remember their name.
Oh, yeah, because you have a hard time recognizing people. You can remember the names, but faces attached to names are tough for you, right?
Yeah, I've got a little face blindness. So yeah, I'd like to just, not say, oh, it's nice to meet you. And they say, Val, we've already met 3 times.
And you probably had that when you got married? Val walks around Deer Park going, are you my husband? Are you my husband? Are you my husband? And she just stands right, and she can be standing right next to him sometimes, and she'll just stand in the middle of the store going, Brad! And he's right there.
The one thing about finding Brad in a store is he's usually a foot taller than everybody else. So
yeah.
He's easy to pick out.
And he's got that shiny spot that really shows up. Oh, sorry. I didn't say he's going to kick my butt from 10,000 miles away.
Well, he can tease you about being short, and you tease him about going bald.
That's right.
Well, hello, Baldy. Hey, Baldy, 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 Baldy.
That was from last Thursday's show with Chuck. And now that I think about it, let's see, didn't Ron join us?
Well, hello, Baldy. Hey, Baldy, 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 Baldy.
Hey, wait, Joe was listening this morning, too.
Well, hello, Baldy. Hey, Baldy, 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 Baldy.
What's it say when all my friends have no hair?
Your superpower was to steal their hair follicles.
All right. More everyday superpowers, Val.
Remaining calm in a stressful situation.
I'm pretty good at that unless someone else is bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
But only people I care about.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at that too. I think, yeah. Another one, the ability to listen. People actually tell you more than they think when you listen to them.
What? Excuse me, what?
And to follow up on this one, it might also be a superpower if you know when to remain quiet.
Ooh, because some people just can't.
You want the truth? You want the truth? You can't handle the truth!
Right?
We all know those people that don't know how to shut up.
All right.
All right, being content with what you have.
Totally. That's a good one.
A little superpower.
Yep.
And the last on the list, being able to focus on a single task for long periods of time.
Ooh, what's that like? And what was the last one?
Focus, Scott, focus.
No, isn't it know when to remain quiet?
I talked about that up
above.
Skipped around.
I thought I was having deja vu.
Yeah. So, and if any, there goes my reminder again. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you noticed that listen has the exact same letters as the word silent?
Oh. Yeah, thanks a lot, Val. You're like a school teacher, taking all the fun out of everything, sucking the oxygen out of the room with that one. You were. All right, there you go. Everyday superpowers. Yeah, do you feel like you have anything else, Val, that gives you an edge, kind of a superpower? Like mine, the ability to sniff out gas leaks.
It's a good superpower to have.
It's just not as useful as you'd think it would be, especially in crowds. What's Scott doing? Oh, he's behind that guy looking for gas leaks.
I found as I've gotten older, I can't hear very well, but man, my nose works as good as ever.
So you got the same. It must be a gene then that runs in our family.
It must be, because I'll be like, Brad, can't you smell that? And he'll be like, I go, Brad, can't you smell that? And he'll go, Val, can't you hear that? So.
Wow. I think a superpower would be not being able to smell that. All right. Ken says his superpower is to find things.
Wouldn't that be nice? Because how many times do you go, oh, I'm going to put this somewhere where I'll remember where it's at?
Oh, the show's over. Wendy left.
As far as I'm concerned, this picture's over right now.
All right. Making dreams come true. It's what I like to do. As well as psychologist Dr. Roger Bellings. He offers 5 keys to making your dreams come true, Val. Are you ready?
Let me get out my notepad.
All right. First thing you can do to make your dreams come true is think well of others. What?
Huh?
How's that going to help me?
Yeah.
Oh, in a survey of successful business leaders, 97% had a positive view of others and were unlikely to find fault in them.
Okay.
I guess that's a negative thing. So if you're filling with negative, if you're filling all your cups with negative stuff, that's all you're going to feel because you filled it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
What? All right. Act as if. Just behave as if your dreams were already a reality. Wow.
Okay. Fake it till you make it.
Huh. I have so many girlfriends. All right. Emulate your heroes. Find someone who's achieved what you want to achieve and do what they did, but be careful not to lose your own identity. That's right. You don't want to be Elon Musk.
That's right. I've got to go back to the previous one, though. So, Scott, if you're acting as if you already had a girlfriend, it might get a little weird.
Don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
Oh, well, start over. All right,
Okay.
write your girls. The act of writing liberates something in the subconscious and gives the mind direction and keeps you focused unless you put it on a sticky note. Sticky notes
And
do
I'm
not
thinking
work.
there was a little Freudian slip there because it sounded like you said, write your girls.
Oh, well, those two, or goals. But maybe that's my only goal, some girls.
That could be.
Yeah. All right, help others realize their dreams. Nature rewards generosity. You'll get anything you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. And after saying that, I need help with a few things.
Be generous.
Oh, another question for Val. Val, you probably do this in the shower. Don't read it.
I already did. Sorry.
Really? You ruined my joke?
I read ahead.
All right. So the question is 75% of adults probably do this when they shower. And it's wash from top to bottom. But who would wash from bottom to top? Not that it's a problem.
Yeah, it just seems weird that you wash your feet first because water's running down. So why not stop at the top? And yeah, this would make more sense since the water's running down your body.
So next question, Val. What kind of chocolate do you like?
I like most flavors of chocolate as long as it's good chocolate. And to me, Hershey's chocolate is not good chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was kind of looking at that list too, and I would think if I had three different types of chocolate laid out in front of me, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate, I would most likely choose the white chocolate.
Huh. That's a strange. Me too, but a lot of people don't like it. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so this was your choice of chocolate can reveal much about your personality. Milk chocolate lovers tend to be innocent people who like to live in the past. And they wear hats that are red and say MAGA on them. Sorry. And they love chocolate. I had no idea that they love chocolate. They're innocent people who like to live in the past. Yay.
Yay, like 1930s Germany.
Fans of dark chocolate are materialistic problem solvers who are excited by the future. Oh, liberals.
Oh, okay.
All right. And white chocolate aficionados have an innate sense of fairness and believe that they have the power of the universe at their command. Hence why Val likes white chocolate.
But I do have an innate sense of fairness.
You do. I'm going to leave that alone. Here we go. Signs you're a good person with Val. Oh, that's so fitting.
You might know you're a really good person if you leave the cupboards open to make it easier on the next person who needs something.
I do that to myself. I walk in the kitchen, every cupboard's open. I was like, huh, what?
I hate an open cupboard door.
It looks messy.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like it. I don't like it. You leave at least one usable square of toilet paper for your coworkers.
Oh, man. I hated my coworkers so much I'd steal all the toilet paper and just leave one square. I'm kidding. I never did that once.
You keep your neighborhood free of small animals by driving a motorcycle or truck with loud exhaust pipes.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, you know you're a good person if you always make sure to leave a little coffee at the bottom of a pot just in case someone needs a small caffeine boost.
Or likes it when it's in tar form.
Yeah, tastes burnt. Yeah. To demonstrate what a good conversationalist sounds like, you have your cell phone conversations in speaker mode.
I think people overall have gotten better about that, though.
Yeah, I still have to get after Brad occasionally because he gets a phone call from someone, and the people that we're with at the time might know this person like peripherally, but he's like wants to turn the phone on speakerphone. I'm like, no, they really don't know this person. Take your call in the other room.
That's a sign of age.
It's just because you can't hear.
It's a sign of age.
All right. If you want to show people you're a good person, just play your music just loud enough on public transport to share your impeccable taste with fellow passengers.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, how about this one? So others can have a day off from work. You help distribute your cold by not covering your mouth.
That is a good person.
You generously leave your gum under tables and chairs for the next person who might need it.
Or boogers.
Or boogers.
Yeah.
All right. If you're a good person, you provide a free alarm service by revving your engine early in the morning, helping neighbors wake up on time. Even on their day off.
Nice.
You make sure to leave a bit of pet hair on your clothes for others to carry around, spreading the love of your furry friend.
This is like one time I saw somebody going for one of the chairs at the radio station, and it was like an extra corner chair, but it was one Mooch always slept on, and they were wearing black, and I was like, just as they're going down, I'm like, no. And they got up, and their entire back and butt totally covered. It looked like they were a cat. And then what did I say? Let me help you with that.
I was going to say, let me brush that out for you. Tag, you're it.
Ka-chow. All right.
All right. And finally, to show other people that you're a good person, so you can save others from eating unhealthy by finishing the last slice of pizza or piece of cake.
And I never say, does anybody else want this? I just grab it and say, nobody else wanted this, apparently. Apparently nobody wanted this because it's the last one on the plate, so losers.
Snooze, you lose.
That's right. All righty then. Looking at 8:10, it is KCHW. Chihuahua, we're moving ahead to daylight savings time. A lot of people kind of hate this stuff going back and forth. But so it's spring, so we're going to gain an hour. That's the better version of it, I think. No, you spring forward.
We're going to
That's
jump
right.
ahead.
That
Yeah.
makes you feel horrible. I had it backwards. See what it does? It confuses people. What?
And it hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, just the idea of it. So here's a list of health effects. We won't. Each one of them is quite long. I don't think we need to get too far into them. I'll throw out a few here. First, there's a small increase in stroke risk. Changing the clock both in spring and fall has been associated with an increase in hospitalizations over the following days. The overall rise is 8% in the period. Women were more susceptible to clock changes than men.
Interesting.
Increase in stroke. Suicide rates increase. The 1 hour shift due to daylight savings correlates with an increase in male suicide rates in the weeks after summer takes effect in March. All right, watch your friends.
Yeah.
More injuries at work. Studies examined data from the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health show mining workers sustained more workplace injuries as well as more severe wounds on Mondays following the switch to daylight savings time. Not as quite, maybe not as quite as much rest.
Maybe, but hey, if you're not a miner, you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, great. Thank you, Val. I'd say all of us listening are safe. Thank you, Val. Wow. I was getting all upset, and you just turned that around like a sunny day. All right. Cluster headaches are more likely. The most likely times for these painful headaches that occur in clusters were associated with the number of hours with natural light, according to the American Headache Society. I didn't know that was a thing.
You know what, though? I think this one is kind of stupid because they say that it's correlated with the hours of natural light. The hours of natural light aren't going to change just because the clock jumps forward.
That's true.
You still have the same amount. I mean, you're still increasing your hours of light, which makes sense. So it has nothing to do with daylight savings time. So I thought this was a stupid one. So just my 2 cents.
All right. And Val says this.
As far as I'm concerned, this picture's over right now.
Or does she say this?
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together out of spit and polish.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. All right, daytime sleepiness may become a problem if you can help it. Do not take the SAT the day after daylight saving time starts. Don't take any tests.
No tests.
All right. A risk of miscarriages increases. Parents are less happy. Researchers in the UK and Germany examined well-being following clock changes in the spring and fall and found that people experienced deterioration in happiness levels in the first week following the beginning of summertime. Negative effects were particularly strong, according to the study, among people with young children at home. It's right, because the weather's getting nicer, the kids are excited, and that's really, really annoying.
I just remember when you have kids at home, it's hard to coordinate their change. I mean, you're like bedtime's 8, but yesterday it was, so getting that, I think, between pets and children is really hard. I mean, your pet's like, but this is my mealtime every single day. Why are you not wanting to feed me for another hour today? Or,
They got good clocks, so they probably do recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Car crashes are more common, and it's probably the tiredness, maybe. A study of British Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure found 10% increase in the average number of crashes in the late afternoon, up to 2 weeks after daylight saving time ends.
Wow.
Can sleep be disturbed for about a week? Yes. The quality of a person's sleep is affected just as the quality of the body's natural rhythms is disturbed, and people end up waking several times throughout the night for up to a week after daylight savings time. So double wake-ups coming for you, Val.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap up this little section with quotes about time with Val.
All right. Just in case you didn't know, we're going to lose an hour of sleep this weekend. So quotes about time. This one is, don't say you don't have enough time. You have exactly the same number of hours per day that were given to Helen Keller, Pastor Michelangelo, Mother Teresa, Leonardo da Vinci, Thomas Jefferson, and Albert Einstein.
No
so
excuses.
You have the same, so don't say you don't have enough time. You do. Right. And that was quoted by H. Jackson Brown. The next little quote from Michael Altshuler is, the bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot.
Oh.
Sir John Lubbock said, in truth, people can generally make time for what they choose to do. It is not really the time, but the will that is lacking.
It's true. That's very true.
It is true. Yeah. All right. Those who make the worst use of their time are the first to complain of its shortness. And that was from Jean de la Bure, something like that, some French name. Franklin Field said, the great dividing line between success and failure can be expressed in 5 words. I did not have time.
Oh. And we just learned that's an excuse.
Ordinary people think merely of spending time. Great people think of using it.
That's
Author
good.
unknown on that one.
I like it.
All right. Richard Nelson said, never let yesterday use up today. Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah.
It's like if you continue to focus on what happened yesterday, you forget to enjoy today.
It's a good one.
A Scottish proverb reads, what may be done at any time will be done at no time.
Wow.
Oh, you're like, I can do that any time. And then you just never do it.
That makes me say, what?
What? All right. And then finally, the last one on the list is from Charles Bruxton, who said, you will never find time for anything. If you want time, you must make it.
Oh, wow. And there's one more from the great William Shatner right here.
Start your computations for time warp.
There you go. Wow, all that stuff about time. And guess what, Val? We've got more time.
Oh.
It's trivia.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
It's my sister and me, head to head.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
When a brother and sister go head to head in trivia, the only people that are disappointed are their parents. Mom, Dad,
boy.
sorry. Just be glad you're not here to witness it. All right, Val, you've got today's trivia, and I have yesterday's. And would you like to start?
Sure. This summer, Americans will consume over 600 million pounds of what?
So tough. 600 million pounds. 600 million pounds of what? I'm going to guess it's a food.
It is food.
Bananas.
And I think what you need to kind of think of is that people eat this year round. And so I don't know why they've just compiled summer. Maybe they eat more of it then.
Potatoes?
Oh, you're hot. You're so hot.
Potatoes. So meat.
No. Stick with potatoes.
Stick with potatoes. Fries.
No.
The tater tot? Is it a type of potato?
Oh. Just think of any gathering in the summer.
Well,
and it's not potato salad, but any gathering in the summer, and this is what you get asked to bring because you don't cook a lot.
Potato chips.
Yes.
I see the list of food. Can I bring potato chips? Wow, thanks, Val. All right, let's see. One of us is on the. I think one of us is. No, it was me on the wrong day. All right, here we go. Summer America. Well, no, that's the one you just did. Huh. Just bear with me for a second. So the trivia questions from yesterday and today are exactly the same.
Oh.
That's all right. I got a couple different ones here. On average, women are 15.7% better at this than men. And we were talking about it earlier.
Everything?
Oh, Val!
Shut up, Wesley.
No. But we were talking about it. Something that we could both do.
Oh. Now I have to try and go back in my brain about what we talked about earlier in the show.
Yeah, on average, women are 15.7% better at this than men. I claim to be good at it. You claim to be good at it.
Okay, listening.
No.
Smelling.
There you go. We were sniffing things.
It finally dawned on me what we talked about.
Farts. All right.
Took me just a minute.
I'm ready if you got another one.
All right. Berkshire, Cheshire, Victoria, and Poland, China are breeds of what animal?
Cats.
No.
Cheshire? Okay. That's a good guess, though.
Yeah, it was a good guess.
No, it wasn't.
Just spelled differently.
Can I get a hint about this animal?
You can also eat them.
Well, there's a lot of them. Large or small?
Smaller than an elephant.
We eat them. Bigger than a cat?
Yes.
Okay. I shut off a show last night because they were about to hurt a cat. Serious. This is tough. Random animal, we eat it. Read the question again.
Berkshire, Cheshire, Victoria, and Poland, China are breeds of what animal?
Doesn't sound familiar for chickens. Doesn't sound familiar for cows. So I'm going to go with pork.
Yes, the ever lovely pig.
All right. In the U.S., each year, some 18 people are killed by falling what, Val? This is something in your house.
18 people.
Every year killed by this thing falling in their house.
TV.
It is. Isn't that scary?
Yeah.
The thing that's creepy about that, it might be a high number of kids, pets, that type of stuff.
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
I've had a cat almost knock the TV off the counter before. Yeah, I can see somebody getting hurt bad. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. This part of your body lives about 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days.
That would be a taste bud.
That is very true.
Because that trivia question has come up in the past 14 years about 5 times. It's not that I'm smart. I just have an okay memory. What?
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 Where am I again?
All right, Val, what's in common with the following items? Honda, BMW, Harley Davidson.
They're vehicles?
What type of vehicles?
Motorcycles.
Yes. Did you know Honda made a motorcycle? Is that what's throwing you off? BMW
No, it took me a minute to remember BMW made one. That's the one that kind of threw me off in there. So, but then yes, I've seen them. So.
All right. An envious person, the Hulk, a rookie.
They're green with envy.
Book lift face. Oh, I missed that. Let's come back to that one. Sweet bread and butter.
Pickles.
Book lift cream.
Face.
I can't believe you got that last one. All right. That's all I got. You got anything left, Val, before we go to break?
All right, I do. I have a riddle.
Ooh.
All right. If one guy leaves Nashville for Dallas at noon in a pickup truck traveling at 70 miles per hour, and at the same time another guy leaves Dallas headed for Nashville in a Corvette at 80 miles per hour, who will be closer to Nashville when they meet?
Well, Val, for several reasons, this is super easy. Number one, I am great at math. And number two, I asked this question to Chuck on Thursday, and it's neither. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, they'll be at the same point when they meet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wow, I can't believe I remembered that.
Very good.
All right, something bad happened with trivia. Okay, go ahead.
I've got one, and it just came up, and I want to see if I can make this into a trivia question.
Okay.
But I thought it was pretty cute. So, what type of mushroom can you eat that will sustain you for the rest of your life?
I'm going to eat it once, and it's going to sustain me for the rest of my life?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
A poisonous one.
Wow. That's so dark and so heavy. Wow, Val.
As far as I'm concerned, this picture's over right now.
She got me. We're going to go to break. We will come back with local birthdays, celebrity birthdays, a little bit of history. Always wrap up the show with today's odd news, which is usually a great case of the stupids. We hope you'll stick around right here at Northern Lights Public Radio. It's Scott and Val on KCHW 102.7, and we're back in just a few minutes.
This ship will self-destruct in 20 seconds. This is your last chance to push the cancellation button.
It's 8:27.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChihuahuaFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, March the 4th, 2025. I'm Mike Clifford. With just hours until sweeping tariffs set to take effect against Canada and Mexico, President Donald Trump said there was no chance for either country to strike a last-minute deal to avert the levies. That from the New York Times. They report they're all set, Trump said, of the broad 25% tariffs on Mexican and Canadian imports and an additional 10% for Chinese goods. And the Times reports the Elon Musk-led effort to cut the federal government has removed hundreds of additional claims from its wall of receipts, erasing $4 billion in savings that the group, the Department of Government Efficiency, said it had made for taxpayers. It was the second time in 1 week that DOJ had deleted claims of success. Next to Arizona, where small businesses are feeling the impact of the sudden federal pause on clean energy grants, one of those businesses is the Pines Inn and Suites in Cottonwood.
The business was able to cover a hefty chunk of the first phase of its solar installation costs with help from the Rural Energy for America program, or REAP. It also received assistance from the Renewable Energy Investment Tax Credit, thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act. Corey Bruning and his wife are part owners and general managers at the hotel. Bruning says they haven't been able to move forward with the second phase of the project.
Our plans for what we would improve on our property have halted because we were kind of hoping that we would still have the budget to kind of do those things.
Bruning says they were recently contacted by the USDA, which said all new project applications have stopped. They're also currently reviewing existing ones to see if they align with the new administration's guidelines. I'm Alex Gonzalez reporting.
And advocates are urging Maryland lawmakers to support a bill that would approve medical aid in dying for the terminally ill.
A poll last December found more than 70% of Marylanders supported medical aid in dying legislation, and more than 60% wanted that option for themselves if they were terminally ill. Donna Smith with the end-of-life care advocacy group Compassion and Choices says the End-of-Life Option Act is about creating options for people, options that are available to people in 10 states and the District of Columbia.
It's just an option. No one's forced to do anything. The doctors aren't forced to be involved or write a prescription. The pharmacists aren't forced to do anything. It's just an option for the very few who need it.
Opponents of the bill worry some people may be coerced into pursuing aid in dying, and some religious groups believe it violates what they view as the sanctity of life. Advocates have tried to pass medical aid in dying legislation for 11 years in Maryland. I'm Simone Perez.
And CNN reports Linda McMahon, a major Republican donor and a former pro wrestling executive, was confirmed Monday to serve as President Trump's Secretary of the Department of Education. Trump has made eliminating the department a top goal. This is Public News Service. The 2022 U.S. Supreme Court decision to overturn federal abortion protections continues to be felt. New research now suggests that states that have since enacted bans, including South Dakota, will see fewer workers because of these moves.
The Institute for Women's Policy Research is out with a new study that includes survey data from 10,000 adults. The authors say 1 in 5 respondents planning to have children has moved or know someone who has to another state because of reproductive care restrictions in their current location. The Institute's Melissa Mahoney says it shows banned states will likely see some of their workforce talent flow elsewhere.
The labor markets in states that protect abortion tend to be more welcoming for women with higher wages, greater access to health insurance, also a stronger labor force participation.
After the Dobbs ruling, when conservative states began enacting bans, officials like former Governor Kristi Noem pledged their support for pregnant women and children. Policy analysts say Noem's record often fell short in that area. I'm Mike Moen.
And Indiana's poultry industry finds a global demand for chicken, but bird flu is wiping out millions of birds. We get the story from our Joe Uluri.
By 2022, chicken had become the world's most produced meat, with more than 75 billion slaughtered annually. That number climbs higher when factoring in mass culls due to ongoing outbreaks. Maurice Pateski is a researcher at the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine who says it's time to refocus response efforts.
Depopulation and cleaning and disinfection, quarantine in the area, enhanced surveillance in the area, that hasn't worked very well. We were 3-5 plus years into this, and that outbreak is worse than it's ever been.
Since late 2021, farmers have killed entire flocks to stop the spread of bird flu, yet the virus continues to spread. This story was produced with original reporting from Seth Milstein for Sentient.
Finally, new legislation would help build more wildlife crossings across Oregon highways to make roads safer for people and for animals.
Research shows that Oregon has the highest likelihood of wildlife crashes among West Coast states, with nearly 5,000 damaging or deadly collisions in 2022. Wildlife collisions are costly and dangerous for drivers and take their toll on wildlife as well. The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife estimates that nearly 15 million animals are killed on Oregon's roads each year. Carl J. Findling is on the board for the Oregon Backcountry Hunters and Anglers.
Oregon is behind nearly all Western states with only 5 and a potentially new 6th crossing, where some states like Colorado have 50.
Support for this reporting was provided by the Pew Charitable Trusts. For Public News Service, I'm Isabel Charlet.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's on radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
See that the humans remain entertained until the end.
Well, I'm here to tell you that you're probably going to find out as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack squat.
Never give up. Never surrender.
And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7. Thanks for being here on a Tuesday. You've got Scott and his sister Val live from Deer Park, me from the state of Maine, bringing you a big show to the city of Chewelah. And we always start off part 2 with local birthdays. And I'm going to backtrack a little bit since we are not on the air on Mondays. We did have a birthday. Avery McLaughlin had a birthday yesterday. Today we have Annette Goulet, Sean Reagan, and Sean Slater. And the applause for all of them. You know them, you love them, you see them around town. Point and laugh. Tell them we talked about them on the radio. Do not tell them what we said. Please.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Your name was brought up in conversation.
On the radio. Oops. What did you do? All right. Celebrity birthdays. What did they do? Here comes Val.
All right. Catherine O'Hara from Home Alone, 71 today. Kelty Williamson, who played Benjamin Ford Bubba Blue in Forrest Gump. Benjamin Buford
Bubba Shrimp.
Bubba
Shrimp.
Is 68 today.
Shrimp.
All right. Patricia Heaton, who was on Everybody Loves Raymond, 67 today.
Hate shrimp.
Neat. Shrimp gumbo. Shrimp.
Bubba Shrimp.
Sorry. Stephen Weber from NCIS New Orleans is 64. Patsy Kensit is 57. Scott Michael Foster from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, 40 years old today. TV personality Whitney Port, who is in The Hills, is 40. Margot Harshman from NCIS and The Big Bang Theory, 39 years old today. Josh Bowman from Revenge, 37. Jenna Boyd, who was in The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, is just 32 today. And finally, celebrity offspring Brooklyn Beckman is 26.
Wow, usually it's a lot of old people, and I know who they all are, but the second half of this was all younger people. I don't know any of them.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe we'd know. I mean, I would probably know Margot Harshman from NCIS because I watched all the time. I could probably go, oh, yeah, but wouldn't know her name.
All right, moving on to history. It happened today. We'll start off in 1918. The first cases of what was called the Spanish flu were reported among soldiers at Fort Riley, Kansas. By 1920, nearly 1 in 4 Americans had suffered from the strain of flu, killed about 675,000. Worldwide estimates put the death toll at 50 million or more. So we got away relatively easy in the United States.
Well, and it's interesting that was this time of year that the Spanish flu kind of,
took off,
hit hard enough that they knew. And then it was this time of year when COVID hit. So,
yep. 1925, Calvin Coolidge became the first president of the United States to have his inauguration broadcast on the radio. 1950, Walt Disney introduced the movie Cinderella. 1966, singer John Lennon created an international controversy when he said the Beatles probably bigger than Jesus right now. Oops.
I think we had probably a public figure who claimed he was bigger than Jesus. So.
Let's see. 2005, homemaker personality Martha Stewart returned home after serving 5 months in federal prison for lying about a stock sale and began 5 months of home confinement with a honey of an ankle bracelet.
Yeah.
2008, Green Bay Packers quarterback Brett Favre announced he was retiring. He would be back in the NFL the next season. And 2012, Vladimir Putin won the Russian presidential election amid allegations of voter fraud. Those allegations, we can't find anybody who made them left.
No longer any eyewitnesses.
No. 2020, a study confirmed that human-caused climate change made the 2020 Australian bushfire season worse. Of course it did.
What? It's not real.
What? All right, a whole bunch of special events with Val.
All right, Benjamin Harrison Day, Courageous Follower Day, fun facts about names today, Hug a GI Day, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah. March 4th, as an F-O-R-T-H.
Okay.
Dance the Waltz Day. It is Grammar Day. It is Pound Cake Day. Oh, the first one that I was like, woohoo.
It should be 5-pound cake, though.
Yeah. Because it may only weigh a pound until you put it in your body, and then you gain 5. All right, it's Snack Day. Sons Day. Well, hello to my sons. Brad. He is my big child. Travis and Matt.
Okay.
And finally, it is World Obesity Day. Well, of course, because it's Pound Cake Day and Snacks Day.
Oh, that's heavy, Val. That's heavy. All right, number for the day is 2. Just 2. Number for the day, 2. And that is the number of pit stops the average family takes during a 5-hour road trip. They've never traveled with me.
It depends on whether grandma's on water pills. It depends on if one of the children threw up at some point.
It's true. All right, back to Benjamin Harrison Day. The first one, you said Benjamin Harrison is the annual event that occurs on March 4th to commemorate the 23rd President of the United States. Did you know that Benjamin Harrison was the grandson of the 9th President of the United States, William Henry Harrison, and a great-grandson of Benjamin Harrison V, one of the founding fathers who signed the Declaration of Independence? Wow.
Oh, wow.
There's some family history.
Wow. We educated somebody today.
Yes. He was a longtime protectionist. Harrison is infamous for the signing of the McKinley Tariff Act of 1890 that pushed federal spending to $1 billion for the first time during peacetime. Oops.
Oops.
Hey, they remembered what you did. And hopefully we'll remember again. Oh, this is horrible. Story from News and Nuggets. Val, we'll just do a couple of these as we head toward odd news. Online betting markets have turned their focus to Pope Francis amid his critical health condition. This is horrible. Platforms like Polymarket have seen wagers exceeding $420,000 on questions such as whether there will be a new pope in 2025, which country the next pope might hail from, and potential papal resignation timelines. That's just wrong.
Isn't that crazy?
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's wrong.
It's creepy.
Wow.
It's creepy. All right.
Wow. Doesn't it? I mean, it just kind of shows the moral state of the world right now, doesn't it?
Yeah. We're that sick.
Yeah.
We're going to bet on when somebody's going to die.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. Got a story you want to roll out, Val?
Sure. This one is, why do we dress our pets and name our cars? Chihuahuas and sweaters, hurricanes with names. Psychology researcher Adam Waits said people don't attribute human characteristics to something just because it looks or acts like a person. We also do it to feel more in control and connected to our environment. In one study, Waits and his team asked people to write essays describing everyday objects as if they were humanoid. Another group described the objects as objects. Those who wrote the essays about humanoid objects later said they better understood the objects than those who wrote straightforward pieces. When dealing with something unpredictable, a computer on the fritz, a sour economy, we might feel totally disconnected. Waite said one way to make sense of it is to treat it like something familiar, which is the human form. I'm trying to decide what to name the sour economy. I don't feel like I need to make it more real.
No.
Oh, I'd like to feel disconnected to it.
Maybe you come up with something to make it a little more fun.
like Plowy McPlowface when they... So we need to come up with something like that for the economy.
I don't know how you made these tariffs, but they're delicious.
But they look marvelous in that sweater.
Yes. All right, here's a fun one. Maserati MC20 Coupe, equipped with self-driving software, reached a remarkable 197 miles per hour at the Kennedy Space Center, setting a new autonomous land speed record. Collaborating with the Indy Autonomous Challenge, the team achieved the feat on the 2.8-mile runway, surpassing the previous 192-mile-per-hour record set in 2022. A Maserati doing 197 with no driver.
Wow.
I wish I was in the car, though. Can you have a passenger? All right. Val, what do we know? I know it's the last story on here. What do we know about the State of the Union address tonight?
Donald Trump is gearing up to deliver his fifth State of the Union speech tonight, marking the first address of his second term. With a flurry of executive orders and Elon Musk's influence in the backdrop, the broadcast, cable, and streaming news outlets are preparing robust coverage for the event. Major networks like ABC, CBS, CNN, Fox, NBC, and others will have special programming providing analysis and reactions throughout the evening.
Wow.
Brad's like, too bad everybody just didn't refuse to cover it.
Oh, this just popped up.
Not one news media platform shows up.
So I'm trying to. I just saw this pop up. I'm trying to see who it was. I think it's Mexico just warned people against travel to the United States.
Oh my gosh.
I don't blame them.
But it goes the opposite way, because we were supposed to possibly take a trip next year to Mexico, and we're like, I don't know. I mean,
Americans were already unpopular traveling.
Yes.
And it's going to get worse. So just remember, like, what one of my friends is a world traveler, and what he says when people ask him if he's from America, he always says, nope, Canada.
Yeah, that's what we've heard. Just say you're from Canada.
Just say you're from Canada. It'll save you a lot of trouble. Because he said if he said yes, he automatically would be barraged with people complaining about Trump and how ridiculous it is that we elected him. And that was his last term. So who knows what it'll be like this time. But he said when he traveled the world, he always had to lie about being from America or take some flack.
Well, I guess when I walked out to refill my coffee on our break, I was like, Brad, so, what's new in the news? And he's like, well, evidently the stock market is way down today because of the tariffs going into effect. But Fox News is blaming Biden.
Okay. Of course they are. Wow.
Oh, you got to laugh so you don't cry.
Just a little. All right, we are going to wrap up the show. Do it the only way we know how, and that's with a little bit of odd news to brighten your day.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
The breathtaking world of odd news. Here it comes, and we start off with the news attack where the first sentence is always true and the second sentence is always a horrible joke. And here comes Val.
All right, daylight savings time begins early Sunday morning, and we move our clocks forward, which means we'll lose an hour of Netflix.
Study found that older people who smoke marijuana increase their risk of having a heart attack by 5 times in the hour after they light up. They also increase the risk of getting caught when their kids catch them laughing uncontrollably at reruns of Three's Company. Okay.
Can I tell the story? So we have a
Yes.
friend who didn't want his daughter to know that he had just smoked some pot. And she didn't realize she was coming home. And she came home, and now this man is trying really hard not to act stoned, but laughing at everything.
Didn't work out?
Didn't work out so good. All right. Researchers report that if you drink a few cups of coffee a day, you'll enjoy better health. Woohoo! Once you finally come out of the bathroom.
50% of mornings spent between getting ready for the show and going to the bathroom. Academy Awards are over. Here's my idea. Give an extra Oscar to the person whose acceptance speech is the shortest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I didn't know this. It's Fat Tuesday today, otherwise known as St. Patrick's Day practice.
How's that joke go? What's a good Irishman never leave home without?
What?
A liver donor.
Oh.
All right, Val, save me. Study found.
Yeah, that's yours because I did Fat Tuesday.
No, what? It's study found fathers are more likely to sing to their infant daughters than to their infant sons. Just one more example of how our society punishes females. La, la, la.
Researchers figured out the exact number of hours you can be sedentary during the day before you increase your risk of developing cardiac problems, and that number is 10 hours. Sounds like a study that would be funded by Netflix.
Really, I can be sedentary for 10 hours a day? Rookie numbers. 10 hours. That's right. Just sit there. Wow, I was gone for
Tuesday.
Yeah, I was gone for 4 hours, and you're still sitting there up at the bar, Val.
That's because I'm trying to be a cat.
As summertime travel ramps up, the TSA would like to remind you that you can bring axes, fireworks.
That you can't bring them.
That you can't bring what? Axes, fireworks, matches, slingshots, or throwing stars on planes. But just think if you could. I think we just gave the TikTok influencers some new ideas. Throwing stars on planes.
Wow.
I've had enough of these throwing stars on planes.
The fact that they have to remind people is scary.
But it's my favorite axe. I never leave home without it. What if I have to chop something on this plane?
Yeah.
Your food is so hard.
I was going to say like the 5-week-old sandwich they might give you.
Yes. All right, on to Wacky But True. Don't add anything to these, but sound effects from television and movie shows, and we've got a lot of them for these 6 stories. And here comes Val with our first Wacky But True of the day.
All right, German police picked up an 8-year-old boy at 3 a.m. who had accidentally left for school thinking he was late. Police found the boy as he was heading home after he discovered the school was still closed.
This boy reminds me of when I was a child. I couldn't tell when it was dark or not. Didn't he realize there was a problem? It's all dark out. Okay.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
When the students find out what kind of a person you really are, they'll hate you forever.
Time's wiped out everything you ever knew. It's all dust.
I've been thinking about this, Mr. Han. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time? I'm collecting stupid little boys.
How can you do a thing like this? Build up a little boy's hopes and then smash all his dreams to pieces.
Oh, my little boy back from the dead.
I think you need a little more hoketh than you poketh, buddy boy.
Have you lost your mind?
Have you lost your mind?
A little hocus in your pocus.
Man and woman about to miss a flight to Mexico at Miami International Airport thought they could speed things along by hurling a cup of coffee at the face of the American Airlines worker. Huh. Makes me say, did that work?
That always works for me.
Yeah. Wow. When their coffee tantrum didn't work, they tried to force their way onto the plane, but much to their surprise, the would-be passengers were arrested. Man was charged with resisting an officer without violence and trespassing, while his wife was charged with 2 counts of battery and trespassing. Leave it to the wife always, right? Nothing like a wife to up your game.
It's like something I saw was like one friend says to the other, I would take a bullet for you. And then the friend responds back, but you're usually the reason why we're dodging bullets.
I'd take a bullet for you if it wasn't your fault. All right, let's check this boy out.
Are you stupid or something?
Oh, he already did.
Stupid.
Sorry. Man, we did the flight. I'm supposed to press that one for the flight with the coffee throwers. Okay.
Yes.
All right. American Airlines worker, coffee in the face, arrest. Here we go.
That coffee. You think I'm drunk, don't you? All of you. I'm not drunk. I'm not.
We need donuts and coffee, hot.
Jim never has a second cup of coffee at home.
Damn good coffee and hot.
All right, a quick cup of coffee.
You all right, ma'am?
Oh, yeah, fine. Just having 2 cups of coffee.
Excuse me, ma'am, but I believe you're on the wrong flight.
I'm gonna throw you out that window. 12 floors straight down. I hope you enjoy your flight.
I'm staying. I'm finishing my coffee. Enjoying my coffee.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy every last sip.
And then I'm throwing it on that American's airline worker. Is my coffee hot? Excuse me, is this coffee hot?
Oh, boy. A 40-year-old woman was stung by a scorpion while retrieving her luggage at Boston Logan International Airport on Sunday night. The incident occurred in the baggage claim area of Customs Emergency Medical services transported her to a local hospital. While most scorpion stings are not serious, they can cause significant pain and redness. Authorities have not yet identified the type of scorpion involved in the incident.
Every time you said scorpion, all I could hear was big city nights. Got bit by a scorpion. All right, let's find out what that's like.
Hey, what are the scorpions doing here? This ain't their turf.
Hey, look, man, those scorpions, they were asking for it.
Scorpion! Think soothing thoughts. Rabbit bat, black death, mummy scorpion pie. Mother!
My mother mated with a scorpion.
Get out! Just go! We are through! Through! Because of your actions, you scorpion woman!
Are you a scorpion?
What?
That's it, you're a scorpion. I can tell every time.
Every time they bite me, I know what it was.
It's always, you got to watch out for those Scorpios as well.
Oh, that's what I thought they were getting at, but no, it's scorpion. Is that me?
Yeah, you're up next.
Church in Little Steeping, United Kingdom. Doesn't it sound quaint? I'm going to church in Little Steeping. It's in the United Kingdom, where they reported the theft of 3 religious paintings, including one that reads, "Thou shalt not steal." The paintings, housed in heavy wooden frames, feature the Lord's Prayer, the 10 Commandments, and Moses delivering the commandments, and of course the one that said, "Thou shalt not steal." That almost sounded like Jerry Seinfeld.
I didn't mean that. I think they're excellent finger paintings.
There will be no stalling. Be at your office tomorrow night with the money, or the paintings get fed to the laser.
Get out of my church! Ow! 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 Ow!
I've only seen paintings of that painting.
I've I see paintings of that painting. Now I have the original. All right. Let's fly.
Let's see. It's mine. A flight out of China was delayed for 2.5 hours when a couple with their infant baby refused to leave the toilet and return to their seats. The couple and their child were eventually removed from the flight.
Why would you refuse to leave the toilet?
Maybe you had chili for dinner?
Messy. Blame it on the baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but this kid got it all over me. And my back. I always did. I always blamed it on the kids.
Of course.
Why wouldn't you?
That smell? It was the kids.
It's obviously
it was the dog.
Kids. Yeah. Yeah.
Help! Open the door! Help! I'm locked in with a killer! Ah! Help! Help! Ah! 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 Help!
I need your help. He's got her locked in the dungeon.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
I asked nicely, but she refuses. What does she want me to do? Beg?
Get out! Don't look at me! Get out!
See them airplanes, they dump their toilets 36,000 feet and the stuff freezes and falls to earth. We call them Boeing bombs.
Yeah, but this one's got a diaper sticking out of it.
Air Force One.
All right, last one. Wow. Did you know they painted Air Force One orange?
No.
You started it. Let's see. Eggs, milk, butter. Remove the knife from my neck. Okay. What? A woman in Poland was stabbed in the neck with a kitchen knife while walking to the grocery store. That's horrible. She stopped. Oh, excuse me. She shopped unnoticed and unaware of the knife handle sticking out of her neck for 40 minutes.
Wow, she takes a long time at the grocery store.
I don't know why, but my neck keeps sweating. She found it later when she undressed to shower and then promptly drove herself to the hospital. Police said it was a random attack. As alert as she is, she could have done it herself.
Yeah, no kidding.
I knew I left that knife somewhere. Oh, it's right here in my neck.
Okay? If you do that, I am warning you right now, I will stab you in the neck with a knife.
She stabbed me in the kneecap with my pen a few weeks ago.
Your bleeding has stopped.
Now wipe yourself off. You're bleeding.
That's the fresh one.
Look! Just a flesh wound.
Don't look at me.
Peculiar. It's very peculiar. Was it here before?
I didn't notice it.
You know what they look like?
I didn't notice. Just two men.
How bad is it? Sir, it's only a flesh wound.
You're absolutely right, sir. Shut up, bleeding hole!
I don't know if you could hear him. He said, "Shut that bleeding hole."
I don't know though. I think the president of Ukraine felt that knife right away.
Oh. Wow. All right. Looking at 12:01. It's KCHW Chihuahua. That is our show for today. And a big round of applause for you for toughing through it. Yeah. And in case you didn't scream, you probably wanted to. But it's over, so relax. Coming up tomorrow on the morning show, you've got Sharon, you have Paula, and you got Chuck, and they do the community lowdown. Everything that's hopping around Chihuahua. Sure, they're going to cover that first Thursday art walk we have coming up this Thursday, too. So join them tomorrow morning and stay caught up. Tonight on the radio, it's a Tuesday. Every night at 6 different genres of music. Tonight, it starts off with Dr. Jazz and 3 hours of jazz music. We follow that up with some Motown. It's the Soul Show, and that goes from 9 to 11. It all happens here on Northern Lights Public Radio, your music education station. And Val, some words of wisdom or inspiration as we get ready to head out.
Oh, let's see. I'll just stick with my standard. Be kind to one another today.
Oh, all right. And I love you, sis. Thanks for being here. And thanks for listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7. Have a great Tuesday at work.
Love you, brother.
Love you.
We'll do what we can when we can. At the moment, we're helpless. You might as well sit back and enjoy the ride.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to Mama.
You want the truth? You want the truth? You can't handle the truth!
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Codename Hardhead.
Hat. Hard hat.
It's 9:02.
Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet floor.